Ciao McNoy. This is Oliver from the Jewelsmith. Today on the Jewelsmith Designs, we're going to make a 13 stone flush set ladies diamond band. We are going to start off in the front view with our usual 17.3 millimeter finger rail, which equates to about a finger size 7. And then our rectangle with conic corners in the right view. I'll snap to the quad and we'll go out about 2¼ millimeters and about 1.25 millimeters height. Let's round out this corner here, and then we'll move it and snap to the quad. All right, so there's our bottom curve, and I'm going to rotate that from F4, which is our hotkey center. I'll rotate it 180 degrees to the top here. And then I'll highlight that, and I'm going to scale this. I want it to be wider and taller. So holding my shift key, I'm going to scale it just a little bit. So there's a difference in the top of the ring and the bottom. And then I'll snap, moving from that to the quad there. So now I have my 2 rails. Surface sweep, I can do sweep 1 here. I can also go here and do surface sweep 1 rail. But I have it in my pop-up menu. So I'll select the rail, the cross-section curve, and enter. And then I'm going to hide my seam right on the middle. Now let me close this sweep so we've got it all the way around. And there is my band. You see the taper down to the bottom. All right, next I'm going to bring in a diamond. And if you don't have, you can find it many places on the internet. But if you don't have it, just email me and I will send you a file of the diamond and the cutter for that matter. We haven't gone over making a cutter yet. So I'll bring this up. Let me zoom in here because I want this to be just, let me take off the O-snap, just below the girdle, to be just below the surface of the ring, because it's going to be flush set. For rendering purposes, the stone should be just above, the girdle should be just above the surface. It looks a little sharper. All right, so you can see my cutter is centered. My stone is in there. And the cutter actually protrudes beneath the bottom of the finger rail so that I get a good azure when I Boolean difference. Right now I'm going to F4 my center of rotation, which is again in my hotkey, and I'm going to rotate with copy. This time I'm just going to eyeball it. You can actually make a guide, but I'll just eyeball it here. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, I have 6 on that side. So now I can just mirror it over. F5, which is my hotkey for mirror. F4, my hotkey for center. And now I have everything. All 13 of my stones and my cutters. There you go. So now I'm going to close off or hide my diamonds. And Let me Boolean difference. I'm going to select my polysurface, which is my ring, and then I'm going to select all of my cutters and hit enter, and there you go. Let me hide these curves also. I'm going to select curve and hide all of those, so it's a little more cleaner to look at. And I hid my diamonds before I did the Boolean difference because you don't want that being figured in the calculation, so it would take longer. So when I bring those back, there you go with the nice clean azure from the bottom. And that would render nicely. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And ring the bell so you'll be notified when my new episode comes online. Until then, may the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.